Hello everyone. My name is Natalia Tello. I'm the research manager at the National Mango Board, and it's a pleasure for me to welcome everyone who's joining us in person, as well as everyone who's joining us online to this year's Mango Grower Summit. It's always a pleasure for us at the National Mango Board to coordinate this session. So before we begin with our fantastic speakers, I want to take a few minutes to tell you guys about the National Mango Board, what programs we have, and what are some resources that we think are very helpful for Florida growers and just growers at large. So the National Mango Board is a U.S. Department of Agriculture Research and Promotion Board, which was established in 2005. We're actually celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. We are funded by industry assessments that are paid by first handlers and importers. Our main mission is to increase consumption of mangoes in the U.S., working together as an industry, right? So we understand that increase in consumption not only comes from the retailer or the consumer, but also from the growers. That's why we have a lot of tools in order to support the producers. And our vision is for mangoes to become an ongoing part of every American's diet based on its versatility, taste, nutritional benefits, which will enable it to be a top 10 valued fruit in the U.S. market by 2030. So we have a lot of members of the mango industry that function as our board. So we have 8 importers, we have 7 foreign producers, 2 domestic producers, which are from Hawaii and California, and 1 first handler, which totals 18. And these are sort of the people who help guide our decisions within the board. We have 2 main programs. We have a communications and marketing program. This is sort of our main focus, since that focus of ours is to increase mango consumption. So this program includes the consumer, right? Providing them with the tools that they need in order to eat this fruit. We also work on nutrition and health messages. We work with the retailers. So if you guys ever see this logo right here at your Publix or any other supermarket, just know that that's us working on the background. We also work with food service, working with chefs to create recipes, and in communications and public relations. Our research and industry relations program includes nutrition and health. So we do the research that kind of guides those messages that I mentioned above. We also work in crop forecasting and analysis, which is a really good tool for the mango industry to make decisions. We do production and post-harvest projects, which we'll go in a little bit more deeper in the next slides, as well as food safety, sustainability, and industry relations. So in our production and post-harvest program, we have sponsored a lot of research, right? And this is mainly based on that grower. So we've worked on projects that focus on the demand of mango nutrients at different phenological stages, irrigation, again, at different phenological stages. We have strategies to improve irregular flowering, which has become a big issue as climate changes. And we also have invested in some anthracnosis studies, because unless you're in California, anthracnose is one of the biggest pests and pathogens that you might have in your mango orchard. So that's very important. And we're also working a little bit more in genetics. So looking at different mango genetic markers that can be used by geneticists in order to make mango varieties that are better. In the post-harvest program, we have also done a lot of research, but I really do want to highlight our post-harvest manual. So this will tell you best practices management when it comes to harvest, hot water treatment, which is a requirement to ship mangoes into the US, storage and ripening. And I think one of the most useful parts is our causes and symptoms of post-harvest disease, because those are some of the major questions that we get, right? Is why does my mango have spots? Why is it gray? Why does the pulp look like that, right? So in that part, you can see with pictures, common post-harvest diseases, what causes them, and how you may mitigate them. We also have 2 web pages in the area of sustainability and food safety. Both of them have a lot of good resources, especially food safety focuses on training kits. We have posters that you guys can put all over your mango orchards on how to make that fruit that you're selling as safe as possible. And in sustainability, we actually have a tool that can tell you what you're doing really well. You know, it's auto evaluation. what you need to work on. And based on those things that could be better, there's an action plan, as well as this manual that you guys see right here. Right here, it's in Spanish, but we do have it in English as well. In public relations, we do webinars. Our goal is to do them once a month. Sometimes we do it a little bit less than that. For this year, we've done 3 really great webinars. The last one was on effective and sustainable weed management and mango production. Some of that information actually has good resources that can be used by Florida growers, such as what cover crops work best, among other things. For international producers, we had a webinar on flowering under high temperatures in mango, which again is a big issue that has been occurring. And also on the new FASMA laws, which has to do more with food safety. A way that you can get sort of notifications on how we're doing these webinars is by signing up to our newsletter. So if you follow this QR code right here, it'll show as you signing up just for a crop report, but that actually will put you in our whole newsletter and you'll get updates on not only webinars that we do, but also different events that we do both nationally and internationally. Okay, all these great tools can be found in our website. So I would like to invite everyone to please visit us at mango.org. The 2 main areas for growers specifically are the industry tab, which you guys can see in the top here, and our research tab. When it comes to industry, again, you can just click this button right here, or here's the link. You're going to find information on crop, which is our crop report, best management practices, and other industry resources, such as our supplier database. We always have a lot of people ask us, oh, can I find a grower that does this? Can I find a company that does this? And we're not really able to provide recommendations because we're supporting the whole industry, right? We don't want to highlight one person above others. However, we do usually tell them to go to our database. This is open for the mango industry. So if anyone here in person or online are interested in joining, please let us know. I have my email at the last slide, so just shoot us an email and we'll be able to help you with that. And finally, when we finish every project, we post the final reports in our research tab. So again, you can either follow this link or do the little tab right here. And you're just going to see our final reports. We're also working on creating like shorter reports that are more digestible for growers because we can't really think that someone has multiple hours to go through a 100-page report. So we really do want to make that more accessible for our growers. And here is where you're going to be able to find that. So this is my last slide. Since my presentation is a bit shorter, I'm not opening it to questions. However, please feel free to shoot us a message if you can't find something on our webpage or if you would like more information. We are always here to help. And again, this is the little QR code for the survey.